Let me take you somewhere for a second. Imagine a man down on his knees in a dark room. He's staring at a stack of unpaid bills, eviction notice on the table, kids asleep in the next room, hungry, his pride shattered, his spirit cracked. He's applied for job after job, gotten nothing but rejection. Every time he steps out that door, it's like the world is saying, "You're not enough." But the next morning, he still gets up, he still puts on that shirt, still walks into the world, still shows up. Why? Because he's got something in him that can't be broken. That right there, that's persistence, and that right there, that man, could be you, could be me, could be anybody. The difference between who stays stuck and who rises. It ain't talent, it ain't luck. It's that quiet fire that says, "I'm not quitting, I will keep showing up." Everybody wants success. Everybody wants the breakthrough, the glow up, the made it moment. But what most people don't want is to show up for it. They don't want the grind. They don't want the long nights, the lonely days, the rejection, the silence. They don't want the part where it's hard, but that's the only way you get there. That's the cost of admission. You gotta pay in persistence. Let me tell you the truth. Life don't hand you what you want. Life don't care about your dreams. Life tests you to see how bad you want it. It'll knock you down so many times you forget how it feels to stand. And in those moments, those dark, quiet, painful moments, you've got one job: keep showing up. You don't need to be the smartest. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need to make the decision that no matter what happens, you're not giving up. That's it. That's the key. The people who win in life, they ain't better than you. They're just more persistent. They keep getting up every single time until one day they don't fall anymore. Let me give you something else. Persistence is not glamorous. It ain't sexy. Nobody claps when you're grinding in silence. Nobody's cheering for you when you're tired, when you're scared, when you're unsure. But that's when champions are built. In the quiet, in the dark, when it's just you, your dream, and your decision to not quit. You want to change your life. You want to level up. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting for motivation. Motivation fades. Discipline stays. Persistence pays. You show up whether you feel like it or not. Whether people support you or not. Whether you see results or not. You keep showing up. Because consistency creates momentum, and momentum creates miracles. Every step forward is a seed. It might not sprout today, but it's growing underground. Every day you keep showing up, you're watering your future. You're proving to life that you're serious. You're building strength that can't be shaken. And one day, all those seeds, they burst through the ground like a harvest. People call it overnight success. But it ain't. It's persistence. Quiet, steady, unshakable persistence. I remember hearing stories of folks who were told, "You'll never make it." People laughed at their dreams. Doors slammed in their face, and every time it happened, they kept showing up. They didn't argue. They didn't beg. They just showed up again and again, until finally someone opened that door, and when they walked through it, they were ready, because they had already paid the price. You see, there's power in being the person who doesn't quit. There's strength in being the one who keeps going, because the world throws storms at everybody. Nobody escapes the rain, but not everybody keeps walking through it. Some people stop, some people turn back, but the ones who persist, they find the rainbow on the other side. Now, I'm not telling you persistence is easy. I'm not saying you won't cry. I'm not saying you won't have days where you feel like you're drowning. You will, that's part of it. But if you can push through that pain, if you can get back up after being knocked down, you become unstoppable. Some of y'all think because it's hard, that means it's not for you. No, that means it's working. That means you're being stretched. That means you're growing. Don't run from that. Lean into it. Let that struggle shape you. Let it strengthen you, because the harder the climb, the greater the view. You want to know the real difference between those who succeed and those who don't. The successful ones just kept showing up a little longer. That's it. When it didn't make sense, when it wasn't fair. When they were tired, they just kept going. Let's get real for a second. You ever wake up and feel like quitting? You ever look at your bank account and wonder if this dream is even worth chasing? You ever work so hard and feel like nothing's moving? That's where most people stop. That's where most people say, this ain't for me. But let me tell you something. What if that moment was your test? What if right on the other side of that pain was your breakthrough? But you'll never know unless you keep going. See, life is tricky. It hides the reward behind the struggle. It hides the miracle behind the mess. And you only get to see it if you keep walking. You don't have to run. You don't have to sprint. You just have to keep moving forward one step every day, no matter what. You might fail. You might fall flat on your face. Good. That means you're trying. That means you're in the game. That means you've got skin in it. You can fix failure. You can learn from it. You can grow through it. But you can't fix quitting. You can't fix walking away. You've got to develop a mindset that says, I don't care how long it takes. I don't care how many no's I hear. I'm going to keep showing up. That mindset, that's what turns a dream into reality. Let me say something to the person who feels forgotten, who feels overlooked, who feels invisible. You're not. You matter. Your fight matters. Your effort matters. It's not in vain. It's not wasted. Life sees you. And if you keep showing up, life will reward you in ways you can't even imagine. You gotta stop measuring your progress by other people's timelines. This is your journey, your race, your growth. What looks slow to you today is setting you up for something big tomorrow. Don't rush the process. Trust it. Stay in it. Keep showing up for it. You are planting seeds right now that will feed generations. You are breaking cycles. You are building legacy. Every time you don't quit, you're winning. Every time you show up, you're winning. Every time you push through, you're winning. The world don't need more people who quit when it gets hard. The world needs people like you. People who fight. People who rise. People who persist. Because those are the people who change things. Those are the people who light the way. Let me ask you, what would your life look like a year from now if you just refused to quit? If no matter how slow it got, how hard it got, how uncertain it felt, you kept showing up, what would happen? I'll tell you what would happen. Everything would change, not overnight, but over time. With persistence, with daily effort, with unshakable faith, the doors will open, the weight will lift, the path will clear, but only for those who stay in the game, only for those who show up. So if you're tired, keep going. If you're scared, keep going. If you're unsure, keep going, because on the other side of persistence is power, the power to become who you were always meant to be, the power to live the life you were created for, the power to rise, to thrive, to inspire. Keep showing up, because that's what separates the dreamers from the doers. That's what builds winners. That's what makes legends, and that's what you were born to be. So hear me now, no matter what you're facing, no matter how heavy it feels, no matter how many times you've been knocked down, you are not done, you are not broken, you are not disqualified, you are in the process. You are being prepared, you are being tested, not to destroy you, but to develop you. Keep showing up, because persistence isn't just about reaching the goal, it's about becoming the kind of person who refuses to back down. The kind of person who keeps walking even when the road disappears. The kind of person who doesn't need applause, permission, or proof to keep moving forward. You don't need the crowd. You don't need perfect conditions. You don't need a sign in the sky. You just need to believe that what's in you is greater than what's around you. Your breakthrough is not found in the loud moments, but in the quiet ones. When you choose to stand when everything in you says sit down. When you choose to rise when it would be easier to stay on the ground. When you choose to show up even when no one sees it. That's how you win. So don't you dare stop now. Don't you dare let fear, failure, or fatigue write your story. You've got what it takes. It's already in you. You just have to do the one thing most people won't. Keep showing up.